All right, here we go. This is the Max and Chet show.
Hello.
So, first off, had a little bit of a little rant I want to go on. I was watching one of my favorite programs, Ancient Alien. Oh no, it's just Ancient Aliens. I think they used to have one called Ancient Alien Astronaut Theory. Anyways, in Ancient Aliens, that guy Georgio, whatever his name is.
I like to prefer to call it Georgio Tibasopalopalopalapakis.
Tibasopalopalopalapakis. Yes, him. And they're talking about how this ancient man like molded these stones with magic water, and he says just like matter of factly, like, duh. He goes like, there is no such thing as magic water, and I'm just like, what? All this other stuff's true, but there's no such thing as magic water? That's just crazy. How do you know?
There's no magic water.
How do you know there is no magic water? If there's all these aliens that had this advanced technology back then, maybe they had just some water so pure that it melted rock and it sucked up the other substance that I don't know. I don't know the science behind it.
If you don't know the science behind it, the definition would be magic.
Magic water. There you go.
So if he doesn't know,
magic water. I'm just saying I might have a little personal insight into the magic water thing. And you know that maybe we'll announce at sometime a future reference at the insight I might have into the magic water.
Yeah.
But anyways, all I'm saying is, who's that guy to say that there's no such thing as magic water? If there's such thing as ancient aliens, why not magic water?
They literally said that there was interdimensional Stargate. They used the copyrighted word Stargate, like from a TV show, Stargate.
That's true.
In the rock wall of a Peruvian desert. Now, to the untrained eye, it might look like a rock fucking wall. But if you're Georgio Tibasopalopalopakis, then it's obvious to you that it is a Stargate.
Stargate, yes, of course.
And given the right key, you can open up this Stargate and travel to your grandpappy's bedroom. I don't know where, but somewhere. That's a secret for Georgio Tibasopalopalopakis.
He's my favorite character on that show.
He is. And I was having a discussion with you about this earlier, that I believe this man gets lots and lots of ass.
That could be. Could very well be.
Couple reasons. One, he wears a three-piece suit. That's fucking classy. Alright, that's classy. Three-piece suit, class. Two, his hair. As the seasons go on, you should notice his hair get bigger and bigger. It's almost reached a status of rockabilly. Like, he's almost got like if it wasn't so wild, it would be a pompadour, but it's not. It's wild. So, and the accent. We had to Google him. He's Greek.
Yeah.
Georgio Tibasopalopalopakis. But I'm sure that dude is pulling down mad ass.
I'll bet he's making bank too, man. Because in my Google search, it turned up his like 18-page PDF magazine, $4.95 a copy. I don't even pay that for Reason, and I get that like physically, and it's free online. I mean, jeez.
I wouldn't pay that for a new. I don't know. Maybe $4.99 for like Maxim.
Yeah.
Like that shit's the bomb, dude. But I mean, you can get everything from Ancient Aliens to brewing your own beer in that magazine, not just Ancient Aliens. So, boom, Maxim.
True that, home slice.
Also, go back to that Tibasopalopalopakis guy. He wears a pin, remember?
Right.
We were looking at it, and I was like, oh, I like that pin, because the pin he's always wearing it. He's showing it off on every single episode of his show, of the show that he's on. It's not his. There's other dudes on there, just as crazy. But, where was it? Oh, yeah. The pin. I was like, oh, I want a pin. What do you know? If you go to his website, he's selling them for $25 a pop. Like, you kidding me, dude? For a freaking pin? A pin.
You know what else?
Of an ancient airplane.
That reminds me. Through some anonymous event, I've been in at least the same building of the famous psychic. Help me out. You probably know her name.
Sylvia Brown.
Yeah, Sylvia Brown. Yes. And she sells like this jewelry at her website and stuff that people were looking to buy or whatever. But here's my thing, though.
Was it psychic jewelry or somehow?
Yeah, it's like... I'm sure the word magic isn't used, but it's like good
mystical,
luck.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like good luck jewelry.
The word mystical might be used.
Like it'll bring you, I'm sure prosperity or something. All right, but the thing about I saw pictures of this one. Let me make. I don't know if you know this. I dabble in the little bit of psychicness, dabble in the arts, a little bit of a medium myself. I saw some pictures of some people with this lady Sylvia Brown, and I'm going to tell you, she has less than 1 year to live. She's terminal.
Who'd you see? What? Would you see her with some cancer doctors?
No, I saw her just with some fans smiling. But I'm just saying, just based on the images, because she looks like freaking Emperor Palpatine, I'm saying she's got less than a year to live. Or wait.
That's not funny. I should be laughing at this lady's gonna die. I don't like her. I'm not her fan by any means, but I don't want to see her dead.
I'm not saying, like... I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just saying that's what she looks. She looks like she's about to die. Like, she looks like she's being held up by, like, magic water. So I don't know.
Magic water. And a little spit.
She just doesn't look very good, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, she should have known. I mean, I can't buy into a psychic person. I saw, you may have seen the same poster. There was a poster, Sylvia Brown, gonna put on a show, an event, a psychic reading, whatever you want to call it, at this one place. But then across it, literally, like, stereotypically, across it from diagonally, top to bottom, left corner to bottom right corner, it says canceled.
Like rescheduled.
Or rescheduled, whatever.
Right.
And I'm thinking, if she's psychic, why did she book the show for those dates in the first place? She should have saw that coming. Like, that she couldn't have shown... Because she couldn't show up for the thing because whatever reasons, right? She should have known that.
Yeah.
She's psychic. I tried to read one of her books once, right? Because I'm like, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I tried to read one of her books once. And this is when, before I really knew much about her, all I knew was, oh, people like Sylvia Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I read it, and I was like, oh my gosh. I don't even know, like, she contradicted herself a couple times. Like, from one chapter to the next, it was just like reading two different books. She was just out there. She was picking shit. Like, she might as well have just been playing that game with the magnet word, like letters of magnets, like for your fridge, you know, with different words.
Right.
Put it together, make a sentence. That's what was like her whole book. Like, she said that ancient, Atlantis was aliens. Okay, we've all heard. I'm sure we've heard something like that before. Whatever. But then she goes on, like in another chapter, she says her spirit guide was from Atlantis or something. And then in another chapter she goes on to say that she was reincarnated from Atlantis. But so she's a reincarnated alien. If you think about it, right. She's a reincarnated alien because the Atlanteans were aliens, but then she said that she's a reincarnated Atlantean. And then she goes on to say that they had these mystical triangular buildings of power that made nuclear bombs look like fucking piss ants. Like, I don't know. Like, she just...
So crazy. I went to her website. It's weird that we both, like, I'm not a big psychic kind of person, but I'm not into that much, but...
I want to. That's the sad part of me, is I want to believe that it's possible, that the human brain is possible.
I don't even want to believe it's possible. I want to believe it's possible for someone else. I want to develop the ability.
Right?
I'll be like, bam, stock market.
I just don't. I've never seen one person to give me the slightest inkling that psychics are real.
That's what's bizarre. Let's take this to another area where you want to believe in something. You know, there was a guy in high school.
But you just can't, kind of like the government. Bada boom.
There was a guy in high school. He was a senior, and he had said that he was in the Army and was an officer, but he didn't have his diploma, and they had sent him back to finish his high school education. I know it sounds funny, but the dude seriously said he was a second lieutenant.
So he was like a Napoleon Dynamite.
Kinda. He pulled rank on the recruiter, though. I'm serious. And then, like, it was
he believed it. He believed
in himself, yes. And I asked my
Could he prove to the recruiter that he was...
Oh, he freaking whipped out his ID and everything. And the recruiter's like, oh, okay, second lieutenant, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, pretty much, from my viewpoint, he had pulled rank on the recruiter. And I knew the guy was nuts. We're in high school, you know, or whatever. So I asked the recruiter later, I'm like, hey, man, what's the deal with that guy that, like, pulled rank on you in the library? He goes, hey, stay away from that guy, man. He's nuts. He's like,
so the recruiter, couldn't have been a real idea. The recruiter was just like, oh, yes, sir.
No, it was,
like, to get out of the conversation, was like, yes, you're
I don't think that's it at all. This is how horrible. I mean, I don't mean to say that the military's horrible, but I'm pretty sure the recruiter was, like, trying to actually get him to really join the Army.
Yeah, see, he was letting it go in the hopes of actually getting the guy to join.
Right.
Yeah.
But he says, yeah, he was a second lieutenant in junior ROTC, not even ROTC. He's like, stay away from that guy. But
junior. So he's a made-up... he's a made-up rank in a made-up system. I am a 5th level paladin in Dungeons and Dragons.
Aren't we all to some extent? I mean,
aren't we all paladins?
Isn't government itself a figment of our, just something dreamed up by humanity?
Well, they're all ranks, yeah. Your rank at work, supervisor, labor,
it's all
CEO,
it's
VIPs.
All a non-real thing that we give ourselves. But my point is, I envy
That's even less real now.
Yeah, it's even less real.
When less people believe it, when you're the only one that believes in this rank, it's less real.
But my point is, I was envious of this kid. I really was. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what if I could convince myself... What if I could convince myself that I was a superhero?
Right? And like, you can live a happy life. I'm a superhero.
By day, I'm freaking Chet Morton, senior at the local high school, but by night,
I see where you're going, though. If you could honestly believe your own lies, man, dude, I would just tell her, I mean...
But here's the sad truth. Even though...
No, it's like Georgio used to say, knowing is half the battle. You know, if you know you're a superhero, you're halfway there, dude.
Here's the truth. Even though you and I are rational people and we cannot, we want to believe psychics, we're fascinated by aliens, we just don't see it. We don't see the evidence doesn't lead us to that
conclusion. When I get abducted and probed, which will happen someday, God willing.
The point is, we still, even you and I, people like us, we still do that to some extent. We still live in our own little made-up world.
Right? I love made-up stuff.
I do too, but I just wish I could...
I all day long, I still daydream.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting older and older. I'm not going to talk about how old I am. I'm old enough.
Yeah. No, same here.
But I still daydream like I'm a little kid all the time. I run these hypothetical situations in my head, like, oh man, dude. Just like these, like I pulled out some badass ninja moment or something, or whatever. You know?
I was reading in a book. A guy says that every man believes that like under enough stress he could just lift a car, and I was thinking, I believe that.
Well, duh.
But he's like talking. He's like, the truth is, none of us can lift a car, and I'm thinking, I don't want to believe that.
This guy's stupid.
Anyways, to some extent, we all do that, but I'm envious of the kid in high school. I wish I could take it to that level. I wish, man.
I mean, which is just referred to as the Napoleon Dynamite syndrome.
Napoleon Dynamite syndrome. Even him.
You know what I'm talking about? I mean,
I was fine. What were they? Wolverines.
I was killing Wolverines in Alaska or something.
No, they were
going to eat my cousins or something weird like that.
They were ligers.
No.
He was hunting.
That was his favorite animal.
Oh, okay.
He was hunting Wolverines in Alaska because they were going to kill his cousin or something.
Wolverines are serious, man.
But no joke.
Yeah. They're like the deadliest freaking animal you want to come across.
No.
No? What's the deadliest?
Have you met my wife?
No.
Snap.
Right.
Anywho.
You win. So we got about 40 seconds left, man. Any serious filler?
Nothing serious. I like things like aliens, ghosts.
Me too.
Time travel.
Yeah. Time travel.
Anything cool like that. I like to believe it's possible. I honestly, no. Time travel is technically. That's for another episode. Time travel is technically feasible to an extent.
Hypothetically, I mean,
it's feasible. It's physically done with time and speed are relative. But that's we're not going to get into that. But I believe in all these things way more than I believe in psychics. So that's all I'm going to leave off with is I don't believe that psychics are any more psychic than the dude that writes the almanac as to whether or not it's going to rain or not. So.
All right. Well, that's it for the Max and Chet show this episode.
Booyah!
Next time.